Hello again, beautiful people. So, very, very exciting day today. Today, we get to try, for the first time, a whiskey from Ardnamurchan distillery in the Western Highlands. Very exciting as it is a very new distillery. And I have to say a massive thank you to Jim Allen at the Western Isles Whiskey Club, who sent me a wee sample of it to try. So if you are in the Western Isles looking for a club to join to do tastings and things like that, Jim is one of the most knowledgeable guys I know. I'll put a wee link down below and you can check him out. But he's been amazing enough to send me a wee sample of this Ardnamurchan. Ardnamurchan is releasing their 5-year-old spirit. Okay, usually when distilleries reach the 3-year-old point, they rush out and they'll release their first whiskey. Ardnamurchan waited a little bit longer. I have been waiting for a long time to try it. It's been sitting on the shelf. I've been tempted to have a wee dram of it, but wanted to make sure that the first time I tasted it was going to be on camera to give you as honest an opinion as I can. In terms of the distillery itself, very, very interesting. Not only is it incredibly new, it's on the west coast, the Western Highlands. It's very, very modern in the way that they're approaching distilling. Very, very sustainable. You know, the fuel that they use is from wood chips that come from forestry about a mile and a half away from the distillery itself. The power comes from a hydro generator, which is powered by the river that they get to use for their cooling water. Very, very interesting. The style, I'm very interested to see, as it's 50-50 peated and unpeated spirit. I'm not sure exactly how peated the peated stuff is. And I believe this particular release is about 65% of it matured in bourbon casks, 35% in sherry casks. And the sherry are both Oloroso and PX, Pedro Jimenez. So, let's see, first impressions. Okay. So, first thoughts, it is young. It's got nice spiritiness to it. I believe it's bottled at 46.8%, so a nice percentage there. Natural colour, non-chill filter. The colour is white wine, a light straw colour. Really interesting. So for me, straight away, I get a lot of herbaceous notes from it. So like rosemary and sage. Maybe cooking green apples. Is there a smokiness? Now, I'm not sure if it's just because I know that it's producing peated whiskey, but no, I wouldn't say it's smoke. It's more of just that savouriness, a bitterness to it. Perhaps, yeah, just a little bit of like kind of faint coffee, very heavily roasted coffee. Have a wee taste. Interesting. So, quite different to the nose, definitely more savoury on the palate. I struggle when there's often people that suggest coastal notes on the nose. I'm not sure exactly, I don't know if you can really smell salt, it's maybe like seaweed and that kind of thing, but definitely on the palate I'm getting a lot of coastal influence. So definitely slight brininess, tiny wisp of smoke, a wisp of smoke, Christ. Definitely like a suggestion, if you will, but in terms of the finish, it's gone. It is, as I mentioned, quite young. Would I have preferred a slightly longer finish? Maybe, but yeah, that's really interesting. And I think that's what you have to take away with this spirit. Bear in mind that a lot of people have bought this bottle, hold on to and resell. You've bought the whiskey, you do what you want with it. That's your prerogative. But I think what's important about this distillery is that it's trying to make a movement. You know, it's trying to show that you don't have to do things, quote unquote, the old-fashioned way. There is still innovation. You know, look how phenomenally green that distillery is in terms of using renewable energy and things like that. It's definitely something you can sit and pine. I'm getting a little bit of pininess now. That is lovely. Is it going to blow you away? I wouldn't say it's blowing me away necessarily, but what I'm trying to say is that the distillery itself is extremely exciting. The company is owned by Adelphi. I think it's going to be very quick moving, fast paced. I think the branding looks great. I'll put a picture of the bottle on the screen. I think it looks fantastic. Very minimal, clean, sustainable. That's the direction that Scotch whisky's going in, and these guys are definitely pioneering that. But yeah, it's nice, very easy drinking. For me, one thing I would like, maybe just like a slightly longer finish to it. But very, very easy drinking, absolutely lovely. Remember, if you're having a wee sip or something as you're watching these videos, comment down below, tell me what you're sipping away on. If you've got any questions, if you've got any suggestions or what you want me to have a wee sip on next, just let me know. And of course, most importantly, if you manage to bag yourself a bottle of this Ardnamurchan, comment down below on what you thought of it. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Any exciting stories and news you've got from there, just let me know. Right guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Slán